Welcome to another episode of Terry's Notes, and today we are going to be looking at the June 2015 paper, question 9. Okay, so we have a teacher marks an examination out of 120 marks, and the marks are then converted to percentages, right? So calculate the percentage for a student who scores 60 marks. Well, 60 marks is half of 120, so we know it should be 50%. But we need to show how we get the 50%. So we take 60 and we divide by 120 and we multiply it by 100%, and we end up with 50%, right? If somebody gets 120 marks, it'll be 120 over 120 multiplied by 100%, and that will give me 100%, right? 120 will cancel with 120. Now they come and they say on the graph paper, plot the information shown. So we have on the y-axis we have percentage, and on the x-axis we have mark. So let's put 10, 20, 30, 40, 60, 80, 100, and 10, 20, 30, 40. Oh, sorry, I missed out 50. 50, 60, 70. Sorry, let me just do this over. Okay, so it's 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, and last one is 120. Right, so we label the x-axis here with marks going up to 120. And now they said to plot the graph of the information given, right? So we know that if we score 60, so this is marks here, so if we score 60, the percentage is 50. So if we score 50, we score 60, so that is this point here, right? So you're going to plot 60, 50, and then if we score 120, we get 100%. So that is here, right? And right, so plot the information. So what we should do, we should draw a straight line. So we can start. You could draw a straight line like this. Sec. Hold on. So I'm just trying to alright, hold on one second. Yeah, I made a mistake here as well. This should be 100, it should be 110, and this should be 120. Okay. Yeah. Alright, so this is basically, it'll be a straight line graph passing through the origin, right? Now they said a candidate is awarded 95 marks in the examination. Use a graph to determine the percentage. So what you need to do is to draw a vertical line at 95, which is midway between 90 and 100, and get the percentage, right? Now, let's see if I can draw this properly here. Right, and right now you can do this using your graph paper, right? So this is just approximate. So if somebody gets 95 in the examination, what is the percentage? So we just read off this value here, and this is probably, based on my sketch here, it's about 78%, right? So it should be around 78%. And I mean, I can use my calculator to work it out to double check. So if they scored 95, it'll be 95 over 120, which will give me actually 79%, right? So if you plot it accurately, you should get 79%, right? This is just a rough estimate I'm doing here, showing you what the general way to work out the solution. Now they come and they tell you that a candidate is awarded a grade A if a percentage is 85% or more. So we need to find where 85% is. So 85% is in the middle here, right? So what I need to do is to draw a horizontal line at this point here, right? And then come down, right? And then we read off this value here, right? That should be, now I'm just going to do based on calculation here, right? And we want to get what percentage I said, right, 85%. So 85% will really be, that should be a mark of 102, right? So you use your graph paper, but the answer should be 102 marks, right? Yes, 102 marks. So anybody that gets over 102 marks will get a grade A. Okay. All right. So this one is we have two functions. F of x is 3x plus 2, and g of x is x squared minus 1 over 3. And we want to find g of 5. So g of 5, all we have to do is to take the 5 and substitute it into the function g. So it'll be 5 squared minus 1 over 3, which is 25 minus 1 over 3, which is equal to 24 over 3, which is equal to 8. So g of 5 is equal to 8. Then the next part is to find the inverse of f, right? So we start off by writing f of x is equal to 3x plus 2. Your next step is to let y equal to 3x plus 2. Your next step is to interchange x and y, right? This is the process we use to find the inverse of a function. So we interchange x and y. So we end up with x is equal to 3y plus 2, right? So what we did is anywhere we see x, we put y, and anywhere we see y, we put x. And the next step is to make y the subject of the formula. So this can be written as 3y plus 2 is equal to x. 3y is equal to x minus 2. y is equal to x minus 2 over 3. Therefore, the inverse of x is equal to x minus 2 over 3. Right? So this is the process we use to find the inverse of a function. And then the next part, now they want to find g f of x. G f of x. Right? Essentially what we have to do, we have to take the function g and plug it, the function f, and plug it into g. So we are taking f of x and plug it into this function here. So it's x squared minus 1 over 3, so we're going to put 3x plus 2 squared minus 1 over 3. Right? But they said they want to write the expression in the form, want it in this form here, x plus a in brackets x plus b. So let's see if we can simplify this. So we have 3x plus 2 all squared, so this will be 9x squared plus 3 to the 6, 12x plus 4 minus 1 all over 3. Right? Now let me show you something here. 3x plus 2 squared, right, is the same as saying 3x plus 2 by 3x plus 2. Right? And this will give me, now in a previous video I showed how to remove a bracket like this. We take the first term and multiply by the first term here, which would give me 9x squared. Then we take this term and multiply by this, so we end up with plus 6x. Then we have to take this by this and this by this, so it's plus 6x plus 4. Right? And that is how I got 9x squared plus 12x plus 4. Right? So 9 hold on one sec, guys. This is, I don't know what's going on with my pen today. Right, so this is 9x squared plus 12x plus 4. Right, so let's see if we could simplify the top here. So this will be 9x squared plus 12x minus 3 all over 3. Sorry, this is plus 3, yeah? 4 minus 1 is 3. Now I can divide every single term by 3, so we end up with 3x squared plus 4x plus 1. Right? And this is a quadratic that we need to factorize. So this will just be 3x x 1 1 plus plus, right? So let's make sure 3x by x will give me 3x squared, 3 and 1 4. Yes, so this is the answer for this part, x plus a in brackets, x plus b in brackets. So we are writing g f of x in this form. Okay.